What's up? What's up, you guys? Now, first of all, quickly want to apologize that this live has been scheduled and rescheduled. I was gonna do it yesterday, and then I ended up moving it to today at 12:15. Your girl's alarm didn't go off, so I kind of overslept. But you know, he ain't there when you want him, but he there when you want him. Okay, y'all just forgive me. We're gonna talk about all the topics today because there's so much that happened this week, so much going on. So let's not waste our time because there is, boy, I tell you, people is acting out. People is acting out, and I definitely want to get y'all's opinions on it. So let's go ahead and discuss it because I want to talk about Kim and Croy. I want to talk about Jonathan Majors. I want to get into Jonathan Majors and that whole situation. It's just really disappointing to see that Megan went that route. Like, girl, you don't even know this Nick. Like, you don't even know him at all, and you already talking about I want to show up to court with him. Not on duty. Not on duty. Whoever just came in, appreciate you for tuning in. I apologize that I was a little bit late on this scheduled live, but neither here nor there. We're gonna get into it. So let's go ahead and find the topics that we want to discuss. Okay, let me go to my little save box. Let's see, saved. Who we gonna get into? Well, because I guess I started talking about Jonathan Majors, let's just go ahead and get into him. So on the Jasmine brand, it says Jonathan Majors faces decade-long allegations of extreme abuse, including violent behavior towards partners and aggression on sets. Okay, see, look, it ain't just the one girl that he's in court with. See, this is what always happens. See, sometimes you can't pay attention to like the single incident happening in court. You need to pay attention to the flood of stuff that come in, about the person after. That's what you really got to do. So hold on, let me get into the information that it said. All right, it says that it says conducted interviews with over 40 individuals who have connections with Jonathan Majors throughout his graduate years. See, that was something that came out about Jonathan Majors throughout his college years, turned out to be a little bit of an a-hole. So allegations of physical, mental, and emotional abuse have emerged. Jonathan Majors, during his tenure at Yale Griffin School of Drama, or Geffen School, however you pronounce that, and alleged abuse reportedly extended to the sets of his films and television projects, prompting concerns from production members regarding his behavior towards the crew. According to numerous anonymous sources interviewed from the article, actors often described as complicated, unpredictable, and sometimes violent man who can switch from charming to cold in a flash. See, that I don't like that, because when we did see Jonathan Majors, he first came out and his slew was, his kind of celebrity was coming. It was like, a handsome black man that seems to have it together. He had that whole interview. I think it was Vanity Fair, maybe, where he talked about masculinity because he was wearing like stockings or like a dress or something like that on one of the pictures. And the way he was speaking, it was like, okay, this is an enlightened man. But gotcha, that be the problem. That first half be so sweet, charming, and just it brings you in. You feel like they're smarter than everybody. Hi, Nikki. Appreciate you for tuning in again. We're talking about Jonathan. Like that, Jonathan, like it's that switch. They start off charming and everything, and then all of a sudden, you will literally hear ladies be like, and then I don't know what happened. One day he changed. And it's like they do it to draw you in, which is why it's so annoying when they say, oh, choose better, choose better. A lot of these women did think they were choosing better, like truth be told. But with Jonathan Majors, let me scroll down. Let me see. Basically nothing. It was just talking about let's see, Push claims he never physically abused anyone, let alone his past romantic partners. Okay, this is the statement that they said. Major's attorney Dustin A. Push has issued a statement vehemently denying the allegations made in the article. Push claims that his client never physically, verbally, or emotionally abused anyone, let alone any of his past romantic partners. Do y'all believe it? That's the question. Do you believe it? I personally feel like there's some stuff going on. That's just personally what I feel like. This whole court case, I feel like some information is going to come out that kind of really puts the stamp on, Jonathan Majors and his, past and who he really is. I just don't I don't know what else we're supposed to do because not too many of us are putting our cape on. I'm actually kind of glad to see it, but it's sad that Megan decided that she was going to, clip the Captain Saving cape on. Sometimes it's just like we can't keep doing that for y'all dudes because it's clear black men, y'all have a problem with us black women, point blank period. So it's like, why we keep trying to save y'all when y'all constantly just stepping on us? That's what it's really feeling like, but that's another conversation. So that's Jonathan Majors and his whole court situation. I think there also was another one, but did I save it? Let's see. I think I saved, let's see, yeah. Oh, yes. It was the other one where he filed a complaint against Grace Jabari, which I think is his ex that he got into the situation with NYPD ahead of his trial. Come on, Polo. You gonna hush? He always does this. He always want to get crazy on live. So he's going to file a complaint against Grace Jabari with the NYPD ahead of his trial for assault and harassment. So we all know in situations where there's definitely some legals, involved, a person, when one files a complaint, the other one's going to file a complaint, like just to basically combat the issue. Now with NYPD being involved and, the lawyer has, hey, is it Jara? I appreciate you for tuning in. I'm glad you made it live too. We're going to be talking about a lot of topics today. So y'all, we're getting to just let me know what you feel about Jonathan Majors. That's who we're discussing right now. As of right now, he has the case against his ex-girlfriend, in which y'all know that he allegedly punched her, choked her, allegedly all these things. And in the meantime, we're just kind of waiting for the court proceedings to continue. At this point, it's just Jonathan Majors trying to combat all of the allegations that are out against him. And it's really unfortunate to see that Megan Good is literally walking into court with this man. And how long have you known him? From what we know of Megan Good being with Jonathan Majors, it can't be that long. It can't be. And so I'm he got to be one of those dudes that's as they say, is super charming up front, but it's crazy in the back. You got to see both sides of people. Both sides, as they say, you should never get married to somebody unless you've seen them in all 4 seasons. And it's happy, sad, rich, and broke, basically. You got to see how somebody reacts to all of these, situations. And to me, if he's already convinced Megan Good to walk into court with him, I'm sorry, that requires a little bit of manipulation. If you ask me. And we all know Megan just got out of a relationship with Devin, and he's the religious type. She shot all the way across the spectrum on this one. You done went from priest to prison. We done went from priest to prison. Which one are we doing? This is just so sad to see. But we'll just see, I guess, how that, turns out, you guys. So what do y'all feel about Jonathan Majors? Y'all drop down in the comments. So let's go ahead and get into the next topic. I actually wanted to get into it. Did y'all hear about, really quick, Casanova getting 15 years? Are we shocked? I don't know. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how, y'all get rich, get out the hood, but then continue to still do hood. You need to drop it. Once you cross over that line, you got to drop it. And we're always seeing all of these dudes make it out, the struggle that y'all were in, the drugs, the guns, all of that. Oops, sorry, scratch that out. Hopefully I can edit that out later. Don't strike me, YouTube. All of that. And so you make it out of that, and just to continue the behavior, that just kind of goes to show there's no growth. We be talking about it. You niggas don't want to grow. How do we improve the Black community when we first need to improve with the Black men in the community, and y'all ain't doing no better? It says lawyers say that Casanova's life in grave danger after renouncing gang affiliation. I guess he's deciding to, you know, the rapper was reportedly in common area of the jail doing push-ups when a fellow inmate jumped on him, stabbed him, and taunted him for abandoning his gang affiliation. I guess he was trying to like help himself in court, you know, and say that he's not affiliated with you. And you know, the gangs don't like that. You know, if you in for life. You I-9 to the box. If you know what that's I-9. What does it say? I-9 Malibu's Most Wanted. He's the only way you leave is in a box. And that's how they treating it. Like, so with him getting 15 years though, it was crazy that his did I save it? Let me see. Yes, I did save it. Sentenced to 15 years in prison for racketeering and narcotics charges. Racketeering? When we hear racketeering, that means they've been looking into you. Like you've been, you know, surveillance for a long time, because racketeering charges, we only hear that with the big folks. Like, and narcotics charges, oh yeah, like you're not coming out. But of course, y'all know what the woman said. Drop down. Let me see if y'all know what the woman said. If y'all could just guess what she said she was gonna do after finding out he was gonna get 15 years. Y'all just right. What y'all think she did? What y'all think she said? I'ma ride with him through it. I'm gonna be here beside him. I'ma stick beside him. You know, that's I'ma stick beside him, the ride or die. 15 years? Is that what you tell me you're gonna do 15 years with Casanova? The same question. Would he do that for you? That's all I'm ever gonna ask if I hear like a woman in a situation be like, oh, I'm gonna stick beside him, or oh, I'm gonna take this charge. All the thing I'm gonna reverse, and all thing I'm gonna say to you is that something he would do for you that you can say without a shadow of doubt he would do for you. That's literally the only thing I'm gonna say. Because then it's gonna get your wheels turning. But let's go ahead and move on. Let's see. Y'all, really fast. What's going on with Cardi B and Offset? What is going on? They are deciding to act the fool on the Instagram. So Cardi B, Offset, they're beefing with each other. I mean, Offset's trying to say that, you know, Cardi had an in the streets moment, and she allegedly, you know, cheated on him, or got her get back is what we like to call it. Y'all think that Cardi got her get back? Because the part of me feels like she did. But if she did, like, bro, it's due time, because we already know of, like, without a shadow of a doubt, that came out two or three, I think. So we know of two. How many do you think we don't know of? Like, if we know of two, could you imagine? And then I'll never forget. Y'all remember? I don't know if y'all remember that video where Cardi was walking in and Offset was on that gaming set, and he heard her walking in, and he tried to grab the phone, and he couldn't get it in his pocket. And he was struggling for dear life. He was like trying to get in his pocket, and it would not go in. So everybody was like, busted. Like, if you ain't doing nothing, why you trying to hide your phone? Like, it was so obvious. But now Offset basically wanted to go on his IG and kind of like post, kind of like basically some subliminals on his story. It was like a post and delete. I really feel like I have like a hair on my face, and I hate that feeling. You feel like something's just flying around you, and it's like I cannot figure it out. What is on my face? Offset posted on his Instagram, my wife, another on me, gang, y'all. Now I know how to y'all nigga know how it come. So basically he said that she was out there doing stuff. And so Cardi B was basically like singing the other song. What was it? Keisha Cole. They had the song go. Accusing me of what do you say? Accusing me of all the things you do. Keisha Cole, yeah, that's what it was. Basically, everything that you're accusing me of, we know you're doing, because that's the only time that we know people are projecting. You know, a lot of the times when they're doing something, you know, bad and wrong, they're gonna project on the other person to say that they're doing it too, because it's what they're doing. And sometimes that's the only way people learn how to get the heat. It's called a little bit of deflection. That's one of the words, I'm learning in my adult years, deflection, a little bit of deflection be going on. But we know how relationships in that situation go. Like a lot of times with these famous people or people who have money, it's just the understanding that the man is going to be out in these streets. Like it just is what it is, unfortunately, because that high value man talk shit that they be talking about on these podcasts. If I see another podcast with niggas just talking about women and relationships, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So yeah, in their relationship, like a lot of times people can have the conversation of, okay, you do you, I do me, or you do you and don't tell me about it. Or there are some people who have like the relationship where it's polyamorous and they talk about the individual relationships that they have on their side. Now, most women are easier to sign up for that than men. And we just know that. A lot of men don't want to know that their woman is out there having sex with another man, or let alone being with another man, because I'm starting to learn, y'all. I get what the hook and crook is. I was thinking about the other day. I was going to bed, my brain runs at night. And I'm like, all of this conversation that men having about women, it's simply all just a scheme, obviously, that Todd set up to come with us with the bush. It's the fact that they don't want to compete with each other. Like they're always talking about, animal, what is animal kingdom this and animal kingdom that, and the lions, they go around and they procreate and they go with everybody. And I was like, well, if y'all want to talk about animal kingdom and animal instinct, if you think about, I will watch a nature channel. I will watch, Planet Earth and stuff like that. I love learning about the animals. That's my jam. And so we know in the animal kingdom, the men, what they got to do, y'all. If y'all watch the animal shows, what they got to do just to even get a whiff of the cookie, just to get a little bit of inch, they gotta fight each other. Point blank. Period. The winner win and the loser lose. And a lot of you dudes don't want to be out here competing and trying to match pocketbooks and trying to, like, y'all don't want to have a pissing contest because a lot of y'all know y'all would lose. And that's why the idea of monogamy came up. Point blank. Period. Men want that they never planned on being monogamous, but we have to throw the idea out there for women because they can't go out there and know that there's somebody better than me. Because they always want to talk about, women are hypergamous creatures, they're always going to be looking for better because that's how they're wired, and it is how we're wired. Like, so what? Yeah, biologically, we may be wired to be hypergamous where we only do equal or better. And that's for the survival of our species, point blank. Period. The strong survive, i.e., you get a legacy, your last name, and the weak don't. It's just how it goes. But it's just definitely giving real, it's a lot. And we'll talk about it in another video. But Cardi B and Offset, should they have an arrangement? Should they be done with the fighting on Instagram? I don't know. They're just another rich couple that's having rich people problems because, well, no, I ain't gonna say rich people problems because it's people in the hood dealing with niggas cheating, like, and they get back. So I guess City Girls up 2,000. Like, I guess that's all I can say. City Girls up 2,000. So let's go ahead and talk about somebody I'm a little bit concerned about. Kodak Black, y'all, really fast. Like, he not okay. Like, this dude is like, he out of there. It's clear that when a lot of these dudes get money, especially the black dudes, you can see that they immediately get addicted to the lean, the pills, especially the pills. The pills and the lean got niggas in a chokehold, okay? And Kodak is looking like he do all of it. The pills, the lean, the weed, like the cocaine. Like, he looked like he do all of it, and it's written all over his face, like in his eyes in this live. because he got emotional. It says Kodak Black gets emotional when a fan tells him to go back to jail for rehab. First of all, jail is the last place he needs to go if you're trying to get him rehab, because that's where people go to get the most drugs. And y'all actually, did read the studies. It's literally more drugs in prison than out here. Like, it's a whole pharmacy up in that piece. Okay. So Kodak doesn't need to go back to jail. He need to go to rehab. Point blank, period. If he really wants to get better, but that's the thing, is him choosing to get better. Like, is he gonna want to get off the stuff? Is he gonna want to get off that stuff? Kodak is what we're trying to say. Are you gonna get off that stuff? They say he on that stuff, y'all. Like, Kodak, you on that stuff. Like, what are you gonna do? Because Kodak, it's not looking good. I'm just gonna send out some prayers for you. Hope you get your life together. And, hopefully this isn't another sad story that, of course, we have to hear that all the time. Somebody's life, is being taken because the drugs is bad, because you got a bad batch. We keep seeing that story. People doing their stuff, and then they out in the bathroom, and it was because it was a bad batch, or they overdid it. Especially that fentanyl, the fentanyl, they out here in these streets, and they showing new pictures of zombies, or like people just literally standing still on the streets. Like, it's rough out there in that pharmacy world. So I'm hoping he gets it together. But moving on, y'all, our pretty pink princess, I guess, has decided she wants to go back on Pink tour. But in the midst of that happening, on the Jasmine brand, catch this. Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, drops lawsuit alleging he wasn't notified about hearing to change offender status. Cause y'all know he on paper. He's on paper, y'all. So y'all remember the first time he got busted because he moved to California with Nicki and didn't notify them that he moved. Because you gotta, wherever you go, you gotta register. You own the registry. So they kind of find out that he moved and didn't tell him. So now all of a sudden, I guess Kenneth, because we all know in that case, what was her name, like Jen Oliveira or something like that, in that case, that he was basically, being put on paper as a offender. And so right now it's saying that, okay, in documents acquired by Hot News Hip Hop, Kenneth Petty was present at the SOAR hearing, represented by counsel who stated that Petty did not object. He did not object to his designation as a level 2 offender. The court needed not even reach this issue. Okay, so he did not object, y'all. Petty acknowledged his identity on the record, and his counsel stated that Petty did not contest his designation as a level 2 offender. Okay, Petty's legal team informed the New York Daily News that they were just going according to his statement, adding he still says that he wasn't there and maybe someone is putting this together just to get him. Let me read that again. He said he still says that he wasn't there and maybe someone is putting this together just to get him. Somebody in their day wants to fake it and go to court for Mr. Petty just to get him. Nick, shut up. You know. So basically, he has to go on paper because in 1995, Petty was convicted of first-degree attempted involving a minor, for which he served 4-year prison sentence. Okay? So he had to go on paper. Oh, her name was Jennifer Huff. Okay, and then y'all remember he tried to intimidate her at court. All the people was going after her allegedly. But it's really not about Kenneth Petty. It's more about Nicki. Like, we're always seeing a pattern of a woman being here and the man she being with being down. I don't even, like, Nicki up here and he down here, okay? And it's like we're always seeing a pattern of just like being, if you really want a dude, you're gonna accept that some of them really ain't gonna be like, women are settling for ancient dudes. Like, how are you with a man with Miss Nicki Minaj? Of all the people you could choose to be with, you chose to be with an offender? That's what we're doing? Miss Nicki Minaj, the woman who's about to say, y'all know, I think she said they called it the Pink Print Tour. So basically, like, was it her Pink album or Pink Print or whatever? So I guess she wants to do Pink Print 2 and go on tour. Cool, girl, do that for you by all means. But Kenneth can't go with you. Like, can he? Can he go with you without talking to the folks? Like, this is just so crazy that this is the individual of all the individuals that you bumped elbows with. You couldn't get no executive. You couldn't find a man who go to the office. Like, of all the people that you ran across, Nikki, in your day. So my thing is, how did her and Kenneth Petty even get in the same atmosphere? Like, it had to be she was in the studio or something, or like he happened to be in the background one day acting all real mysterious and whatnot. Like, it's just how, Nikki? That's all you want to know is how, because it's not making any sense. Okay. But let's go ahead and move on because we got a lot of topics to discuss today, and I really want to get into this. It says Jada Pinkett says that Red Table Talk is definitely coming back. We've really got some interesting stuff happening. So I want to do that, and also in conjunction with where was it? Jaden talking about his mom had them doing psychedelics. Did I save that post? Let's see. Did I save it? I don't think I did. Okay. Dang, I don't think I saved it. But I do remember what it was about was Jaden talked about how his mom introduced, psychedelic drugs to them, and not even introduced them, but it was a thing of like she was doing it, and then when the kids were ready to try it, she, basically walked them through the process, because at the end of the day, like, psychedelic drugs is a process that you have to be walked through. Like, there literally are like camps and stuff of people who do like ayahuasca, LSD, like all of these, mushrooms, like all of these psychedelic drugs. And you want to obviously take those in a controlled environment and with people you trust. Like, if you're going to try any new drug, be around people you trust. Like, you can't just be taking, doing stuff around anybody. Like, you gotta, especially if it's your first time doing, any type of anything, and especially psychedelics, like, obviously being with your mother is awkward, but if you have that type of relationship, they clearly have a close relationship with their mom. I don't see why not. Like, of anybody, yeah, be with somebody that you can trust. But basically, Jaden talked about how his experience like really helped him in getting a new relationship with his sisters, and having empathy for his family. Just anytime that they got into a situation, they would basically do the drugs, come back, and have a better conversation. I am not against it. And there also are studies that talk about microdosing, like with mushrooms. I ain't got to that level yet. I'm a little, I don't know if I can step into the psychedelic world. I am interested in like the ayahuasca thing, like the drink. I've heard of that before. And I have, like, I don't know, I watched, an actual show on people who did the ayahuasca, and it kind of seemed very like insightful. And you can never be that person in life that doesn't want to dig deeper to who they are. Like, understanding, like, it would be an unfortunate thing. I'm realizing, like, the older I get, like, how unfortunate would it be to pass away and not know who you are, like who you are as an individual. Like, what makes you tick? What makes you do these things? Like, to discover who you truly and genuinely are, like, that's going to take some thinking. That's going to take some insight that a lot of people, I think, don't really want to dig into, which is why a lot of people avoid therapy. Like, really digging into, like, your mind, it takes a certain of, like, vulnerability and just allowing yourself to let go of, really improving to be a better person. Like, that is a choice. But nonetheless, doing some stuff like that, definitely be around people you love. But of course, y'all know that just gave a whole new ammo to people who already don't like Jada Pinkett, because y'all know because after everybody found out that she was getting down, okay, down. she was in there, okay. She was over there getting down by August Alsina, and ever since people found out that Jada was basically got her get back that with Will, I think a lot of people keep forgetting that she only did this after Will did what he did. Like, a lot of people just missed that in the interview, it seems like. So, of course, and then there's the whole, Will Smith slapping, who did he slap? Chris Rock? Was it Chris Rock? And, like, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. That gave people another ammo to, some more ammo for Jada Pinkett. They just are never going to forgive the fact that she's a woman who was able to sleep with another man and her husband forgive her. I think a lot of times men really don't want to accept the fact that their woman can go out there and get another man, possibly another man of, better status, especially. And you hear men joke about that all the time. It's like, dang, she cheated, but she cheated on me, but why does she have to cheat on me with somebody better? Like, I can't compete with that. And essentially that's what it is. Cause like women half the times, like, especially if it's a step out reason, like you're not going to step out as a woman unless your situation is getting better. Point blank period. Because like we are looking for men to be leaders, and that's a different type of, that's a different type of like requirements, to be in that position. So you're going to have to be of some type of something for me to step out on a situation. But Jada stepped out after Will. Like, literally Will said it on the show, like, oh, she got me back. Basically, he's like, no, he's like, nah, you already got me back. And it was like, yeah, like, don't play, keep playing if you want to. But it's clear that they have some type of understanding. A lot more people should think about the Will and Jada type relationships because, first of all, like, they're honest with each other. Like, y'all may say that they talk too much, but at least they talk. A lot of people don't talk in relationships. They're not saying their true feelings. So they are a couple. If people actually just sat down and like stopped judging for a minute, would see that they're a couple that's actually open. They're a couple that's actually talking about their desires and wants and understanding, okay, if I'm going to do a movie for 6 months out of the country, like, there's a possibility I might just have a little, a little yang yang, a little yeah, a little whoa while I'm out there. Like, might have me a little yeah on the side, but that's it. Like, it don't mean nothing. And that would always be, it's always not the problem on the man's side, especially in how society like views women. It's never usually the problem on the man's side. It's when the woman comes into play, because a lot of men, like I said, they can't accept the thought of their woman being with another man. Like it literally kills them. And it takes a stable-minded man and an actually empathetic one. It just takes a certain type of man to accept that his woman is entertaining another man as well. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Nikki. You hit the nail on it. Willow and Jade are super successful in the field, and their parents raised them well. I would think so. Like, the things that we see Willow and Jaden doing, Jaden, I think he had like a food truck one time, and he was serving literally the homeless people, like a food truck. Like, people can literally just walk up and get free food. And then I think he has like the carton of water, if I'm not mistaken, trying to save the planet. And Willow, she got a song that I actually want to download that she performed on stage. Like, the kids are great, and they're clearly, very emotionally, they're already emotionally intelligent and emotionally communicative. So that says a lot, like, to be that young and already be able to communicate your emotions, your feelings in such a mature way. That says a lot about how Will and Jaden raised them, point blank period, because a lot of kids don't learn, that ability to communicate their emotions at a young age. Like, that comes with time and wisdom and all that, shit they, used to tell us as kids, which is like really true. You just learn as you go, like life experiences. And hopefully you're a person who realizes that the emotional intelligence of it all is just as important of the mental intelligence of it all. And that's what we be trying to tell you dudes out here. Yeah, you can be smart, but like also, can you communicate your emotions? Like that's where the problems be coming in. Can you also, be emotionally, in charge of yourself? Like be able to check yourself emotionally, like all of these things. Hold on, you called on Eva Mendes. Wait a minute, what? You said Will allegedly has been with Charlize Theron, Margot Robbie, Eva Mendes. Jada didn't even cheat then. They have an open marriage. I can see those. I can definitely see those. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised by Margot Robbie if that did happen. I'm not surprised by Charlize Theron, and I'm not surprised by Eva Mendes. It's the Margot Robbie for me. Like that one kind of surprises me. But if they have an open marriage, so be it. Like I mean, low key, that's kind of where we're headed. If we really want to think about it, if men can kind of low key get their head out of their ass a little bit, like community and the ability to, not even that. Like it's the thing of like, if you're gonna be monogamous, and that's the thing. Like it's he's single because I'm trying to communicate. I'm so single because I'm tired of trying to communicate with these ninjas. It'd be like that. It really be out here in these streets like that. But it's just not necessarily a thing of like, okay, polygamous or being with other people. Like if you're monogamous, then be monogamous. And that's kind of the thing of like this expectation that, oh, we're gonna be monogamous, but I'm still gonna be able to do what I do. And it's like, no, like that's not what we signed up for. And so if you're gonna be monogamous, then do that. And if you're not, don't. Like it's just that simple. Oh yeah, that's what I figured. Like this, when you're saying this, that's what I figured. You said they all did movies with Will. He finds one nice, intelligent, takes care of his family. I don't care who neither of them. Exactly. Like I'm sorry, Will Smith. If I could have that on the roster, I'll probably take it. It's one of those stories you can tell your, like you could be sitting on the porch telling your friend one day, like, girl, I gotta tell you, back in my 30s, Will Smith, like he be able to say that one, like I got that on the roster. But yeah, no, in general, like just relationships, like I feel like Will and Jada actually have something that if most people could just kind of think outside of themselves and be a little bit understanding of people, human nature, like how people are different from the square box that they try to keep giving everybody of, oh, we're going to be heterosexual Christian family with kids, that box that is literally given to everybody, through how society is just ran. We're going to be married, have kids and be monogamous, monogamous. And it's going to be us two to the day we die. And then you realize human nature, that's maybe not possible because it's impossible for one person to suit a human's needs. And so is a woman or a man supposed to go without their other needs being met because this one person can't meet them? And so that's where you have to think you have to think broader. And if that's something that you're able to do, then cool, so be it. Yeah, that is really what it is too. And I think men also don't want to admit is, you said too many guys get off on the lies and cheating. They don't want a woman who is cool with dating multiple people because then it's no fun. Yes, absolutely. Like absolutely. Like they don't want to talk about how the excitement of, the secret, that's what they enjoy. They enjoy the aspect of keeping secrets. Like it makes them feel more manly, unfortunately, because masculinity also plays on the factor of like playing women. Like essentially, like that's just what it is. What they teach, oh, I'm gonna teach you the game, young blood. I'm gonna teach you the game. The game. What is game? A game, really? You really got game if you can tell the woman the truth and she still get with you. That's game. Game, like where you're lying, just straight up lying and manipulating, that ain't game to me. That ain't game to me, bro. Like if I say, hey, we meet somewhere and it's like, okay, we talking, it's like, what we doing? And it's like, okay, well, I'm not really looking for nothing right now. We can keep it cool, just chill. and be a little yeah, like we could be sneaky links for each other. Cool, okay, I can get with that. Or it's, oh, I want to be with you, I don't want to be with nobody else, okay, I don't want to be with nobody else either. And it's like, pick one. But the problem is, y'all don't be want to let the women go. So y'all sit there and just lie and emotionally manipulate them because you're telling them all the stuff that they want to hear. Yeah, I'm gonna be with you, girl. We gonna work this out, and I don't want nobody else, and you the one for me, girl. You got my baby. We know what the stories are. We can make this life together. Like, I know I can build with you. We know the lies. So it's just a thing of like, bro, just tell the truth. Like, that's literally all it is. It's just tell the truth. And you said I've never been able to play Jesus. What'd you say? I've never been able to play a guy. I don't have that in me. I have to like you, entertain you. Money ain't worth it. Yeah. For some people, it's like that. Now, for some people, the money be enough. Shoot, ask Carisha. Carisha and Diddy, like, she back over there, over yonder, over there with Diddy. Even though he getting lawsuits and stuff against him and whatnot. Yeah, Diddy, come on now. Hold on, wait, therapist. Ooh, Lord, I saw that. Oh, okay, so let's get into it, y'all. Let's talk about Maurice. So, oh shoot, Maurice done made it on a Hollywood Unlocked, y'all. Oh Lord. Literally the title is Man Explains Why He Forces His Wife to Have Sex with Him, even though she's suffering from cancer. That's literally the title. Literally the title. And it's Maurice, and basically, let me see if I can play a little bit for y'all. Just listen.
I'm a person who actually needs sex, not a person who wants sex. Now, at times I want it, but I actually need it. Life throws us curveballs like what we're going through right now. What Kimmy is doing is admirable as a spouse. To roll over and suffer through it, fakes it, all for me. Because at that moment, it's something that she completely didn't desire. Right? So I look at it as her.
That much of a sexual person.
I don't need to hear the rest. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that shenanigans? Y'all heard that shenan again? That's what the Scott brothers be doing. I'm a shenan and I'm a shenan again. And it's so unfortunate. Like, it's just an example of like what women are having to tolerate. This man literally is like, I admire my wife. It's admirable. The fact that because I need, not want, but because I need some, she's gonna roll over, fake it, play dead for a little bit, fake the shake, so he can get off. Maurice, like, you're so much thinking about you, and you don't even hear what you're saying. Like, you're not hearing how this sounds from the other side. You're just so focused on you that you're not literally talking about the other side without not understanding what you're saying, because you're not trying to view it from a woman's point of view. To have to be the person to roll over and fake it for a 200-pound man that really don't do shit for me, because we watched the show. Maurice is trash, bro. Like, he literally won't even like raise his own son. You brought your son down there to be able to say that you were a good dad. That's literally what you did. Because when Kyle and Kimmy sit you down and talk about how your son is feeling and how he's not accomplishing certain goals, you're looking at them like, well, what you doing? Well, Kimmy, you don't need my help. You can do it all on your own. If you say do it, then do it. What? And we're always hearing this story of like, oh, we need men around. We need men around to be fathers. Oh, men need to be more involved in the child's life because they're the structure. They're the foundation. All this shit that we be hearing on podcasts all the time. Okay, but if y'all are going to be in the picture, then decide to be in the picture. Like, okay, you be in the kid's life by actually raising them. And I think men honestly don't want to raise the kids because they're told that they don't have to. That's the woman's job. Like, the woman's going to raise the kids. No, we both should be raising the kids, because if y'all say like children need fathers in their life, then be in their life. That means when you come home from work, that means pick up some shit too. When you come home from work, oh, that means watch them, play with them. So mom can go take 2.5 seconds to go to the bathroom for herself. That means, oh, help with, bathing the kids, getting them to bed, doing homework. Kimmy was literally calling Maurice out because your son is literally having terrible grades. And you're like, I do homework with him. And it's like, bruh, shut up. Because if you're helping him with his homework, why is he behind? Right. Okay. Like, it's just like, it literally irks me. Like, it literally puts a burning pit in my stomach. And now here it is, Maurice. Kimmy about to be embarrassed for the 5th time because we watched that show back. It is embarrassing. And now she's got to sit back and deal with the fact that the whole world knows that she playing dead fish, and you know it, I know it, that you're faking right now, but I'm still going to keep pumping because I need to get my rocks off because I need sex, right? You need water, you need air. If you hold your breath, you die. If you don't drink water, you get dehydrated. But if you don't get no nookie, what's going to happen, Maurice? What's going to happen? And the crazy thing is, I honestly think if Maurice sat down and had a genuine conversation with Kimmy about how he was feeling about not, receiving any, like intercourse, I honestly think Kimmy would be down for that man going out and getting his rocks off with another woman. Kimmy's like, one less responsibility for me. Like, Kimmy already she already knows that she's he said, "Where your 4 Loco? It's the weekend. I ain't got no 4 Loco, okay? I got something else." He said, "I got something else. I drank the tequila last night, but when you got a little bit of yang yang, I already know what it is. Okay, this is where we at, where we reside on this side sometimes." That's my 4 Loco for today. But yeah, no. It's really unfortunate. Like, I honestly and truly think that if Maurice sat down and had a vulnerable conversation with Kimmy and sat there and was like, I don't want to have to force you to do anything that you are, not wanting to do because you have a lack of libido, obviously due to she's in radiation, my nigga, chemo and radiation, which literally means that her body is filled with poison. And it's taking over her body, not only the poison, but the cancer is taking over her body. And yet she's supposed to roll over and play dead for you so you can get your rocks off. That is just so unfortunate. And he's not even hearing what he's saying. He's just talking. And that's all. Maurice just talk. Like Kimmy called it out. Your son don't listen because you just talk. You be saying shit too long. You be talk. Him and Marceau do that word salad. Like, get to the point. You're bringing up a whole bunch of other stuff to try and distract from the fact that you don't know what the hell that you're talking about, or you're trying to bring up a new point to try and distract me from the point that we're talking about. Point blank, period. Like, they just, they irk my soul. Like, I don't know how much longer I can watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all, because it is just exhausting watching these dudes. Literally all 3 of them play their women on TV. But yeah, no, Maurice is trash. Like, and we thought he was the good brother all along. We was watching Love and Marriage Huntsville from the get-go, and that nigga was like, oh, we like Maurice. Shit, we was so focused on Martell, and it was like Martell got caught cheating, so that's why he got all the heat. Then we come to find out that Marceau was in the mix too, because Martell basically said, if I'm going down, nigga, I'm bringing you with me. So, then we started looking at Marceau, and his past ain't clean. And then Marceau was like, well, shoot, if I'm going down, Maurice, you coming too. Bam, I'm going to put the Joker down, and I'm going to post a picture of all of us in Atlanta when you told Kimmy you wasn't in Atlanta. When you told everybody on TV you wasn't in Atlanta, bam, let me post the picture. All of them literally snitched on each other and was like, if I'm going down, nigga, you going down with me. That is so sad. Like, that is so sad. And so now we looking at Maurice like, bro, you a little bit trash too. All along. all along, Maurice Scott, boy, he was the dark horse in this. He was the dark horse. But yeah, you guys, y'all just kind of tell me what you feel about the topics we discussed today. I don't want to even make the live too long. So if everybody who stuck through it, I appreciate you for tuning in. Gonna try to do a lot more lives here lately so I can, continue to talk with you guys. But anything we talked about, y'all know what to do. Drop down in the comments if there's anything I missed and y'all want me to discuss in another video. Y'all drop down on the comments of my video or anything like that, or comment on my community page. And so yeah, make sure to follow my Instagram and Twitter, and I will catch y'all next time, you guys. I will catch y'all next time. Bye.